Focus is a pretty popular vehicle. There's a three-way sales race between it, Corolla, and Civic. Ford hopes this one charges up sales further, the Focus Electric. It's not like Chevy Voelk. The gas filler and tailpipe are gone. This Focus is purely battery powered. Let's tackle the common questions. First,
what is the range?
Like all electric cars, it depends.
The sticker, the label that will be on this car, will actually say a range of 76 miles. But we've experienced longer than 100 miles.
The charge time?
One of the interesting things about the Focus Electric is it does have the ability to charge faster.
It takes about 3 hours using 220 current, the kind your dryer uses. That's over twice as fast as Nissan Leaf and Mitsubishi i. Using 110 current, it's 19 hours. Third, what's it going to cost to charge up?
The full charge here in Seattle for this vehicle is going to be just over $1.
So if this car seems perfect for you, you can run down to your Ford dealership right now and pick one up. If you live in California, New York, and New Jersey, the rest of the country is going to have to wait a little while.
What you'll find inside and out is a car that looks remarkably the same as the gas-drinking model. Even the engine bay looks pretty much normal, but under the shroud, there's a 143 horsepower electric motor with 184 pound-feet of torque. There's really no gearbox, it's single speed. To back up, the motor reverses polarity. The lithium-ion battery is in the back. More on that later.
There is, of course, no sound on startup.
Not much noise once the car's in motion either. I spent a very brief time driving the Focus Electric. Initial perceptions?
Handles pretty well. Plenty of power, too.
Focus Electric is so normal in operation that passengers might not know that there's anything different about it, other than it makes very little sound. Top speed is 84 miles an hour.
The brakes on the Focus Electric should last a long time because even when you apply the pedal, you're really only using the motor generator which charges the battery. If you stomp on them, only then are you actually using the hydraulic brakes.
If you think if you're doing a lot of city driving, all that energy that used to be wasted in a traditional vehicle is now actually being replenished right back into the battery for your next acceleration.
A display scores efficient braking. Drive carefully and you'll get a cluster of butterflies here, but my lone butterfly is making a statement about my lead foot. At the price, buyers will have to look at Focus Electric as a long-term investment.
So this vehicle is just under $40,000. It's a fully loaded vehicle. In fact, there's only one option on this vehicle, and that's leather seat. The second thing is it is eligible for the federal $7,500 rebate. That takes it down to just $32,500 for a fully loaded vehicle.
Materials are high quality, and there's some interesting tech touches. The integrated nav system signals if you need to alter your driving style to reach your destination safely. And each smart key knows the driving style of the holder, making those calculations more accurate.
The space in the back, the same as a standard Focus. Your passengers will be very comfortable back here.
Legroom is okay, not overly generous, but a power port, dual seat pockets, and unique cubbies are handy. In short, 4 average adults will fit fine in here.
The battery, it has to go somewhere, and the Focus platform is not dedicated as an electric car.
The plus is it allows Ford to keep the development costs down and build it on the same line as the standard Focus. The battery pack is the main drawback, taking up a lot of space, significantly cutting into cargo room. There's some extra room here, and below it, storage for the tire repair kit and charging cord. At least the seats fold flat to make the space a little bit more useful. Back to the engine bay. Don't be too surprised to see this.
There are still fluids. There's a couple things that are happening. One is the battery is liquid cooled, and then we did that on purpose because that allows us to go operate in much larger range of environments and actually gives us a long range on our battery life.
And part of budgeting for an electric car means taking into account lower maintenance.
There are no oil changes on a traditional vehicle. The brake pad changes are pretty much non-existent because we're using a lot of regen. So other than tire wear, wiper blades, very low maintenance.
And a lot of consumers, they don't think about that.
We think it's going to be $500 less in maintenance per year than a traditional vehicle.
And Ford is not worried about the durability of the lithium-ion battery pack.
The battery pack is warranted for 10 years. So the customer doesn't have to worry about anything on the battery pack. We're going to make sure we stand behind it, and we're very comfortable with that. In fact, We've been in the hybrid business for a long time. We've been putting in batteries in production. In fact, many of the cabs across the U.S. have Ford hybrids. And we've done teardown on those batteries after 200, 300,000 miles, and the batteries are performing just as though they were new.
When you plug into the Focus Electric, the lighted ring gives a visual about how much of a charge the car has, handy to know at public charge stations.
And the light ring will indicate its status of how fully charged the vehicle is by quadrants. It shows the state of charge of the vehicle. Maybe the etiquette that develops is that they can see, well, he's fully charged or she's fully charged. I can move the charge station to the next vehicle.
The Focus Electric looks pretty much the same as the standard model, though the grille is much like the one Ford will be using on the new Fusion and C-Max. So if you're just looking to make a statement, this isn't the car for you. It flies under the radar. Ford has teamed up with Best Buy's Geek Squad. Standard installation of the home charger is a flat $1,500. Buyers have been a bit wary of electric cars with their higher initial price tags and limited driving range. By making the Focus Electric's charge time twice as fast, Ford hopes buyers will do a double take. A few things before I go. Ford came through Seattle with this impressive dog and pony show, park transporter, all billboard. Check this out. There's an onboard generator that can charge the cars one at a time. Pretty cool. And then there's this. The restaurant where the event was held is right across the street from a significant landmark for Ford. This building was used to build Model Ts back in the day.
That's my quick look at the Ford Focus Electric. Hope to get one for a week so I can test it thoroughly. In the meantime, there are video reviews here at Driven Car Reviews of the Mitsubishi i and the Nissan Leaf, the Chevy Voelk too. Check them out. That's Driven. I'm Tom Voelk.